Okay, so here in Japan, it's going to be a lot about the shrine. Okay, this is my second night, second stop camp. Always a happy sign when you walk up and you already see your bicycle box is in one place, and then you see your bag going around on the carousel over there, so you know everything's, or most everything's here. Just got to put it all together. Right away at the airport you can buy your SIM cards straight up off the machines, all QR. You can buy yourself a Wi-Fi box or do that and get that ready. I already have a eSIM, so I just got to get that set up. Okay, in the bike section of the airport, putting together the bikes, we have our own little section, people. We just do that. We take it over. It's just Japan. Lousy tourists. Okay, bicycle is done at the airport. It is dark outside already, so it's just going to be finding a camping place a couple kilometers away and then worry about everything tomorrow. Couldn't get the ATM to work, so I got to figure that out. Okay, I get asked a lot whether or not it's easy to find camping or not. Not always. I mean, look here, I just tied to this post here, tied to the post there, hidden a little bit off the road, away from it. There's a shrine over there, some stuff. But, I mean, quiet spot. Got to sleep for the night. First night in Japan. I like to set the precedent of camping the first day I'm here. People would say, why didn't you camp underneath that? Well, the benches and that's more public, and in Japan you don't want to be disturbing people, otherwise it's not a good thing. So it's supposed to rain today, so I'm going to run around, do some things, and probably early camp by the beach and see what their campsites are like. Okay, a little bit of half-ass sun. You can already see the changes in the buildings. It's looking more like it's supposed to, some culture, some stuff. Bike is over here. This is the area I did camp last night. Over there's a little sports center. Toilet's up over there, so I'm gonna go to the toilet and then start riding into town, get some sights, and then head out to the beachfront for early camping as the rain is supposed to come heavy today. Okay, this is illegal in Japan. You're not supposed to use your phone while riding your bike. One thing in Japan, you're either on the streets or on the sidewalk. But the sidewalk, you got to make sure has a sign like that that shows pedestrian and bike. Otherwise, you're not allowed to be on the sidewalk. That's the airport I came in on yesterday. And there's the plane taking off. So now we're gonna head into the town and see what we find. Already you can see the mixture of traditional buildings, bonsai plants, and then the new stuff. Okay, you're not gonna find trash bags easily places. Every place has vending machines everywhere. Just remember, in Japan, everything is very organized. You have areas where you park your bikes and then you don't park your bikes. When they have a little pathway on the road, this one's marked in green, other side of the road green for cyclists, to remind you you're supposed to be all the way over. And we're headed to the shrine. Okay, most Japanese temples and shrines are on little hills, so you get to walk up. You can see the bike is parked way down there, no harm, no foul. And then I'll come up here to the temple. This is just a cute little temple, top side. There's a couple of them up here. So it's not really the shrines I'm looking for, but here we come to the bigger part of the shrine. The first one was probably a real old one. This is a newer one. It's just pretty much empty building, the temple area. And Got the famous little ropes up there. But it's a nice one, so I'll take a picture of it and save that. They're definitely decorated differently with different things. The lion is a little bit different than the other ones. Here they have the rope decoration, which means something I don't quite understand. I'll have to look that up. The incense box. And then here is the bell rope coming down. And then up there is whatever the other. For my brother Mark. Just so you know, they do have McDonald's in Japan, just farther. Isn't a bad price, about $1 something a liter. And definitely between anime and different things like that, you're gonna find them all over Japan. You have to watch. Surprisingly, so far, this city's been a sidewalk riding city, which I'm told is unusual. Usually they push you to the street even in the cities, but so long as it's still posted, I'll ride on it. It's less crowded. Okay, they have signposts here. This area, I guess that no parking means there, and also please walk your bike. So I'm gonna get off and walk my bike. Nice little malls, simpler than China as far as the buildings go, smaller because they do get earthquakes here, but also as well a lot more rules and people actually follow the rules. Okay, I'm at one of the first temples, bigger temples. It's a main one. There's 5 of them here in this little part of the town. The cherry blossoms have already kind of petered out, so that's why you don't get so many people anymore. They're headed more north. This has gotten warmer already, so it's bloomed out. But as you see, it's just a nice little temple area. I'm gonna walk around, have the bike parked up there. And typical, like in China, have the stones with the markings. And then the different temples and buildings. One to see and look at. So I'll get some pictures of this. Video is going to be too much walking around and that to keep recording. Make sure you follow the rules. Sometimes it says do not enter. It's a beautiful place. You can get a picture here from the doorway and leave it at that. Nice little bonsai trees, everything else. But it's a big part about respecting the culture and respecting what goes on here. This one's from Mark. They have a bum gun that you push here and it squirts. You can adjust the temperature to hot and cold to wash your ass. That's Japanese style bum gun. Okay, many of these temples got everything different, just depends on the temple you go to. What is what. Beautiful little temples. It's in the middle of the city. And the flowers have already bloomed out, so it's a lot less people coming. Like I say, when you get around people, you need to stop talking, so I won't be able to say anything. The insides of the temples are very beautiful. Wood construction. Nice altars. Again, many of the temples, you can't talk, they don't like it. Few places the cherry blossoms are still full bloom, but not many. Most have already either passed or done that. The city itself so far is nice, very well run. Paths and stuff, just got to figure them all out to get around. Okay, bike shops. So we know they're around, so that's easy enough to figure out. Okay, this is my second night, second stop camping. Last night I camped at the official campgrounds, got there, rode into there, everything else. And then at 10:30 at night, security came and said the park is closed. I said, well, I checked everything and blah, 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 blah. After 2 hours of dealing with them, of them trying to figure out what was what and how I got there and everything else, even though I showed them and everything, they sent me off. That was about 10:30 or so at night. Then I kept riding around to try to find a place. Finally found this after midnight, a place I could get into the forest and attempt to camp. So I camped here last night. Okay, lovely forest we camped in last night. Gotta take our way out. Okay, so here in Japan, it's gonna be a lot about the shrines. This is their temples. They call them shrines. They have their, depending on how, like as fancy as big as this one is, the writing of telling you what everything is, all the deities, everything else. Up top, the main entranceway. This is the main entrance. And then of course, like I say, here they do the rope with the string. I'll have to find out what that means. Little articles. And then here, more rope with more lettering, the name of the shrine most likely there. And then you come in, and then the shrine is here. Has your water. Everyone here has in Japan has a little water points picket. This one has a dragon in front of it. And then the deities coming up. And this is the year of the horse, so this one has a horse. And then it's the shrine itself, and the back shrine. So they seem to do a pinch of sand, ring the bell, one of the bells, and then put the sand up at the altar. And this seems to be a little bit different. This backside has actually a feature. Again, it's all about the rope, carvings, the rope. The ropes around everything, all the holy stuff. There's a bell, and that one there, and then you put there and touch the box there. Over here is, I guess, whoever the Buddha is or the deity is, and that one is that. Okay, I'm in a medium suburb, so houses, stuff, businesses, main road here. Bike path is on the sidewalk again. I like the signs for the dog poop, but you need to clean your poop. Everywhere in Japan so far, all the forests have had this fencing. Here, luckily enough, the fencing is off, but it's not my stopping time, but I'm hoping there's going to be more like this up the road, so camping is easy to find. The roadway has the sidewalk and then the blue path, the bike ride, so it just depends on how the traffic is, which one you choose to be on. Nice to be alongside the ocean, lots of beaches, but not sure how all this works. Okay, kind of like China. They have the bike route, and then they have a few places, bike paths. This one, of course, would, as you can see, be able to ditch out and camp along here. So this is nice, but still early in the day. So I'm just going to ride on down through this and try to start learning where these are, mark them, and do stuff. Okay, this bike route's kind of like the Pacific Bice Coast Trail that goes along in California. Much similar spaces and different things. Nice coastal line ride. Goes around. Take longer. May not make the campgrounds because of it. Had to do some adjustments. Longer lunch than anticipated. Make my own, but I needed to clean up the bike for some stuff. Definitely sections of this trail are very nice. Bring you straight onto the beachfront. No camping, but beachfront. They've marked these sections where you're supposed to walk on the bike trail, but I don't get it, so. Okay, rain is one thing. That's okay, I can deal with rain. Rain is a bit easier to deal with. But temperature condensation, that's a whole different story. It gets the inside of the tarp wet. It gets the outside of the tarp wet. It gets dew on everything. Moisture on the ground everywhere. It's cold, and then it can cause the inner hammock to get wet and harder to dry everything. Overall, it's a nice campground. It's got a little shelter there. It's got the toilet up there. There are power outlets, but I think they're only good when they have the guys from campers come and pay for it and turn it on. Otherwise, it's up in the hills. It was a 100-meter steep climb to get up here, but it was worth it. Good night's sleep. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do again. Okay, I learned a valuable lesson today. Not because all the campsites are marked as the free campsites. A lot changed last year, supposedly. The girl said they now charge. I also camped in the wrong spot, so instead of paying $1,500, I paid $1,800, so another $2 and something cents to stay in the wrong spot. There's nothing she can do about it. Japanese stuff is strict rules because they have to take a picture of the campsite and turn it into their bosses as to where people are and stuff like that. So, but she helped me with stuff for the rest of the road. There's supposed to be stuff that's going to different places. So I'm gonna look around and try to figure this out. Okay, another thing in Japan you have to watch out for is, again, same like as in China. Some of the roadways aren't roadways, they're not done off. So you have to take a look around and make sure this says on the maps that this is a road. You can see obviously it's not a road, but it does go to a road, so that makes it worthwhile having to walk around this little bit of distance to do the bypass. The other option is to walk across the dam bridge there, go back or walk across the dam bridge there and pick up the road on that side. So it's just a matter. This road ended here, and that's just, like I say, how it goes sometimes. Okay, this tunnel, you can't take the bicycle, you can't take anything, it's all marked and posted. So I'll have to go around the other way to the second bridge, which I've been told maybe, maybe not, or then take the ferry. So it seems like the tradition here in Japan is first you put the 3 scoops of water on the water thing, then you come down your walkway, which has your guardians, your history, your stuff like that. Then you'll approach the temple. As I said before, I'm not quite sure yet. I'm still gonna have to ask some Japanese exactly what is what. And then you're supposed to ring the bell, which are up there. There's the ropes. And you ring the bell for whatever. And then you touch here, and then you do your 3 bows. And this is then typical, same like some other places. You put your good luck or wishes here. Beautiful little temple. Beautiful inscribings and writings in gold. The name of the temple. This seems to be the smaller part of the temple again, where you write the shrine entrances, typical of the Japanese culture style, the guardians, the ropes, and then whatever is in here. Same with that one. Okay, that's the bridge up there that the map says I can cross. I've been told can't cross, so I have to go up the road here to where the ferry is and go around that way. Okay, the ferry gal was in a hurry, so I had to rush. It was 150 for the ferry with a bicycle across. Now the ferry will go across and under the bridge. Now I got to figure out what side to get a picture from. So now we're crossing with the ferry. Cross real quickly to the other side because you can't take the bridge anymore. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this real quickly. So you come to the vending machines. It has the things for bicycles. Bicycle and adult, bicycle only prices, okay? And then it tells you what everything is for single trip, double trip. And then you go across. Then everything is written up there so you can figure it out one way. But then you can't come through this side with your bicycle. It's marked. The bicycle entrance is on the other side. Then you've got to go through the handicap side, which is the same as the exit side, and bring your bicycle through here and then over to the ferry. Okay, even though the map of Japan says to cross that bridge, as you see, cannot pass, they've now changed it to the ferry, which was down there. So the map will be a good general guideline, but not 100% accurate. Look for people that have said facts of what changed. In Japan, one of the interesting things is these bags here, that's for the trash. That's for bottles when you get by them and you return them back to the machine. These are all trash lockout areas. Second places to dump trash is here. You see aluminum cans, you see milk cartons, you see transparent cartons, and you see the other stuff here. This is the way Japan works. There are no real trash cans alongside the road. You have to carry your stuff around. Okay, like I just said, riding on the street or riding on the sidewalk, there seems to be no rhyme, no reason when one is what and the other. But someplace it is marked, so it's hard to tell what's what. Just in case you wonder, Japan takes things seriously. 3 years imprisonment. Ugh. Okay, now I see what the girl at the campgrounds was talking about as far as stuff goes. This is like a fisherman's wharf area, but a little bit smaller and a little bit less at it. Like I say, much like a fisherman's wharf area. Some nice old buildings next to new scrapers. Definitely, I guess, something different. You know, like I said, it reminds me so much of San Francisco. There's the bridge, but we can't cross it. Same as San Francisco. Nice little park right around. Supposedly goes up and around. I don't always see where it goes. Beautiful bridge though. Okay, here's where we supposedly get to the tunnel and take the tunnel underneath the bridge. It's a little thing here. It goes like that. So, interesting. Okay, we take the elevator down. I don't know where the heck it's going to, but it's got all the information. Let's see. Okay, this is down in the tunnel, which is about 60 meters under the water. Midpoint, now you get from Island 1 to the main island of Japan. So now I've crossed into the main island of Japan. Okay, we're on the other side on the main island. So there's the bridge that came across, and that. And there's one of the 2 samurai statues. And there's the second samurai statue. So far it seems like it's just city after city everywhere. The bike trails are on the sidewalk. Sometimes they're on the road, sometimes they're both, but you never know. The sidewalk seems to be the best in a lot of places. So that's how it goes.
Hey, waking up to a bit of wind and rain. Maybe have to take an off day nap under the overpass.